Does anyone want to play PUBG with me?
Okay, everyone, spam F. When we get into the plane, everyone spam F. Does anyone have a vertical foregrip?
body, girl, boy, your body look tight. For me and you, up inside this dance here tonight. Me no see you with no partner. Whoop say me right, she say no, but she still say you're forward and right. Never going on the corner. Out of the life was let me buy you a drink, babes, if that's alright. Come back with me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 1 of the winter split for Valorant. So today, we have our first match of the winter split going on between the Cincinnati Lions gray team and the Minotaur triangle. Now, this is the first match that we've had with the Valorant gray team in the Platinum tier division. Due to their performance in the fall split, them and the Cincinnati Lions black teams have both earned their positions in the Platinum tier league, which is the highest tier that XP League offers. And so right now, what we're doing we're waiting for the players to finish banning the maps. So right now, what you see on the screen is you see all the maps that are available to the Valorant players. Now, this is the first time that we've really shown this on the stream, but in the previous tiers, it was through a rotation. We would start with Ascent, then the next week we'd play on Bind, so on and so forth throughout the season. Now, in the Platinum tier, which is new to the Lions, the teams actually go back and forth, banning maps that they don't want to have included, and then right then and there, they determine what it is that they are going to play on. And so right now, we are hoping that they'll get through it here real quick. So I'm going to remind them that it's their turn to ban. Make sure they work through all of that. And hopefully they get it knocked out. But in the meantime, what I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and look at a little bit of the bracket, right? So talking about Platinum tier, the Platinum tier for the XP League Youth Esports Valorant League is split up between 8 different teams, right? So right here, this week, tonight is the only match going on for Valorant, and it's between us and the Minotaur. And then tomorrow, there are 3 other games that are going to encapsulate the other 6 teams in the Platinum tier, and that's going to be the Cincinnati Lions Black playing against the XPL Madison team, and then Ackworth against the Triangle Triton, and then Cupertino against the Franklin Phoenix. Now, this is going to go on for 7 different weeks in a round-robin format in which teams will rotate between who they're playing, and it will culminate with a tournament in the Winter Cup, which should be taking place in February. So very exciting. I know, as you know, the Cincy Lions are very excited to be at this tier of play. They've been working very hard, and I'm very excited to see how they come out tonight and make it through. So it looks like we're still trying to get through the banning process. I want to make sure that that is getting completed so that this game can kick off. And it should be kicking off here relatively soon. Right now, the lobby for the game, they are just determining best server location so that, there's no significant advantage given to one team or the other. And we'll see how this ends up going. I know some of the players on our teams have a few of these maps that they definitely don't like. I think Sunset being banned by the Triangle Minotaur is not something that we're going to be upset about. The Cincy Lions, especially the Lions Gray team, isn't a huge fan of Sunset. Some of the more favorite ones, Ascent is pretty popular. Let me see. I think Lotus was another one that team seems to perform rather well on and prefer playing. And let me see what is going on here with this banning. And hopefully we get through it quickly and we'll be good to go. It does look like in the lobby that they may have just determined that, yep, they did. So we're not going to watch the banning process. I think they may have had a different one that maybe we didn't see, but they did end up on Bind, right? So Bind is going to be the map for this game, kicking it off. And so as we're waiting for the lobby to kind of jump in, we do have a little bit of just looking at how the Marvel or the Minotaur performed last season, right? So if we go here, we check them out, we look at their event history from the last season, they were in the Platinum League, right? And so us coming in brand new to this league. We are lower seeded, and so we do have the higher seeded opponents. And so the only losses that the Minotaur had last season were against the Ackworth Platinum team and the Triangle Triton, which is a team that they have in their home team. So it was a triangle on triangle match. Right now, they are swapping attackers versus defenders, and we should be getting this going here momentarily. So, looking here, what we're likely to see as well is a representation from the Minotaur being represented by Nashfort, Big Dog, E7 Retro, HPU Tokyo, and Lobos. And then for the Cincinnati Lions gray team, we are going to have Agar, Alpha Raptor, Dopey, Dingus, and Kanksk being able to participate tonight. So we're going to have a good time. Right now, it does look like the teams are almost getting done. And right now, there's a little bit of contention between who's attacking and who's defending, and so we'll go from there. But tomorrow, if you are available, tomorrow is going to be a big day for streaming for the Cincinnati Lions. We do have at 1:30 our Apex teams participating in the first match of the winter split in Apex. 2:45, there is typically a Fortnite match, but due to the enormous event going on this weekend, they are not going to be participating in that. All of the Fortnite events are going to be shifted to the right 1 week. And then later in the afternoon, we do have Overwatch at 6:30, another Platinum team that we have. And then at 7:30, we should have the Valorant Orange and the Valorant Black facing off. But it does look like we are about to get started, so let's go ahead and transition over to the match. All right, as you'll see, we do have the hero selections taking place. The Cincinnati Lions are on the opposite side, so I will go ahead and swap that. I'll wait until it kicks off just to make absolutely sure that's where the teams will end up. But the names at the top, Cincinnati Lions Gray, are going to be on the attack. They are being represented with the red portraits there on the right. And then the Triangle Minotaur, represented by the teal on the left, are going to be defending this match. As always, please let me know if there are any audio issues, concerns, if I'm being completely drawn out by the volume of the game as the gunshots start going. I'd like to make sure that you guys can hear everything and it's all working all right. I am typically plagued with technical difficulties, so definitely nothing new on this end, but would like to avoid it. All right, looking like we have 3 agents locked in for the Cincinnati Lions. We do have 2 more that need to finalize their decisions. Noticing a little bit of a difference in composition here between the Minotaur and the Lions. Kainsk, as I mentioned earlier, on the Lions team has his name instead as Cringe Loser. I'll refer to him as Cringe. And I think that's the biggest name change from what I introduced earlier. I'm going to go ahead and change the text here, as I do believe it is going to be different. Alrighty. Boom, boom. And we'll do a quick little transition when that's done to make sure that it looks all nice and it's completely clear which team is which. Boom, perfect. Now it's accurate. We've got the Triangle Minotaur on the left defending. We've got the Cincinnati Lions Gray on the right attacking. If you are new to Valorant, then what you're about to see is the Lions having possession of an item called the Spike. And their objective during this game is to grab that Spike, take it all the way to several of the named locations on the map, and plant it and secure it until the Spike explodes. The defending team is doing just that. They are defending. They are preventing the attacking team from accomplishing that objective, either through eliminating all the attacking players or for disarming the Spike once it has been placed. Each of these heroes obviously have different abilities, utilities, and play styles that these players will be utilizing in order to achieve their objectives. And then, of course, halfway through the round, or actually after about the 11th round, they'll swap sides, right? So one team isn't going to just be attacking the whole time. One team isn't just going to be defending. It is going to change halfway. So going through and introducing again, for the Triangle Minotaur, we do have XPL Lobos, Tokyo Sushi, Clue, Nash Fort, and I seem to be skipping one. I don't know if there's a disconnection issue or something. I just can't select them. And for the Cincinnati Lions, we have Alpha Raptor, Dopey, Dingus, Agar to Goat, and Cringe. And so we will be following the Cincinnati Lions during this. Yeah, see, I did wonder. They're going to pause because one of their players isn't in. There we go, Retro in now, so they're good to go. And let's see how the Lions attack this A site. You'll see they're all kind of bunched up right now, with Raptor kind of taking the far side. Moving over, we do have Cringe sweeping around, getting a couple shots off, having a great shot over there, utilizing some abilities, taking out Retro and Lobos. Great awareness here from Cringe. Shooting around the edge. The Spike is down. The bomb has been planted. 4 down. 1 left. Is Cringe going to be able to knock him out? Does not. Nash Fort takes out Cringe, but Cincinnati Lions are on the board with a 1-0 lead over the Triangle Minotaur.
Sniper thinks he sees everything. I go invisible, idiot. Come get me.
All right, we'll see how they attack this time. We do see Dopey carrying the Spike. Seems to be a little bit of a wider dispersion on this second push. Before, we kind of saw them much more piled and committed towards the A site, but with this mid kind of start, this gives some flexibility to the Lions to change locations if they see fit. Dopey gathering some intel here, does see the Gecko hiding around the corner. Utilities going down, covering the advance. Dopey peeking, smokes all over the place, covering all of these lines of approach. No agents down yet. Gecko does get eliminated by Dopey. Dopey almost getting a lucky spray through the smoke.
Watching this spot.
Spike is down. Lions just have to hold this position. Oh, missing some action taking place in that building. Dopey taking out Nash Fort, who had just taken out Dingus. 2 more. The Minotaurs coming through this building, but they do get flashed. Oh, but with a great shot through the doorway. Does end up taking out Dopey, but the attackers win. Lions put up a second win on the scoreboard. So each team right now is competing to see who can get to 13 first, and they need to also win by 2 for awareness. So right now the Lions coming out and building up quite the momentum, seemingly discussing to potentially take more of an approach towards the B side.
Cutting through.
All right, Alpha Raptor kind of leading around this corner towards the B side, unaware of Tokyo Sushi's presence. Ooh, very close. Tokyo Sushi does end up taking down Alpha Raptor, though. Agar taking out Lobos and Clue. Right now, the man advantage is with the Cincinnati Lions. Dingus with the Spike in contact on the B side again, or not again, but for the first time. Cringe going through the crate. Might have an opportunity here to swing around. It's a 2v2 situation at the moment. weapon swap and reload. Cringe undoubtedly going to take the fight to Nashport, knocks him out of the round. This looks like it's going to be a 3rd round win for the Cincinnati Lions. We'll see what Tokyo Sushi can make happen, shooting at suspected locations of Lions. But this spike is starting to speed up its countdown. Cringe popping out, getting the attack on Tokyo Sushi. Does knock out the last defender, and the attackers win that round.
Who said this wouldn't be fun? I'm having a blast.
Right now, Cincinnati Lions definitely feeling good in their first platinum match.
Let's go. Keep it up.
All right, following Cringe again. First around the corner. Is he going to be caught out by Tokyo? Very close. Utilities are going down. Some pot shots here and there. On the other side, Raptor taking out Lobos.
I know exactly where.
Agar and Raptor. Whoa! Almost getting taken out by Tokyo Sushi. Does get the trade though. Agar getting a great shot on Nashport. Agar with an opportunity to potentially take out E7 Retro, trying to get some lucky shots through the box. For awareness, these players do not see these silhouettes. That is a privilege of being an observer. 1v1 situation, all Agar has to do is just that. Just click on the head. That's all it takes. That's all Valorant is, ladies and gentlemen. Agar demonstrating it perfectly, bringing the Cincinnati Lions to a 4-0 lead over the Triangle Minotaur. I'm wondering if they're going to be continuing more pushes on that A side. They seem to have a very good rhythm going. They continually mix it up, but the utility placement, the drops of the smokes, the use of the flashes, they seem to have down to almost an art when approaching this side.
Scout destroyed.
Minotaur expecting that scout. Does take it out quickly, but that does provide Dopey with the information needed. Dopey picks up the spike. Currently one Lion does go down. Flashes out, which means we're going to be seeing a... Whoa! Quick portal over. Dopey juking the Minotaur, is going for a solo plant on the B site. Ends up not planting, though. Doing a little bit of a check, making sure that it is safe to do so. And doubling back towards the A site. While in the meantime, the Lions have taken out 2 of the Minotaur's operatives. So Dopey undoubtedly going for the plant here. We'll go ahead and see if Raptor can make something happen on the defense. Here we go. Agar taking a couple hits off of Retro, who then goes down to Cringe. Agar with another opportunity. Does go down to Tokyo Sushi. So does Dopey. But Cringe ends up finishing out that trade. Still a 2v1 for the Cincinnati Lions, looking very promising. But the defuse might go off. They need to get there, and they need to take him out, and they do, bringing the Cincinnati Lions to a 5-0 lead over the Triangle Minotaur. Cutting it very close, but having that knowledge of that... having that knowledge of the spike's placement, right? Being able to put down that spike, being in a location where you can listen to it, you know when the enemy operatives are coming up for that defuse. And as soon as you hear that change, you can bust out and take out that last operative. Very difficult to defuse when you're alone and there are static defense agents around the area. All right, so we do see a stack up here. All 5 heading towards the B site. We do have Tokyo Sushi in that corridor. Alpha Raptor having engaged this before. All right, they seem to be increasing their tempo, moving straight onto site. Are we going to see a plant? Everything is smoked out. Cringe taking out Lobos. Clue getting the trade. Lots of utilities going down. Visibility, an absolute nightmare for anyone approaching this site. Dingus taking out Tokyo Sushi. Trades happening left and right. Dingus, the last remaining player for the Lions. The defuse is beginning to go off. Dingus getting hit by an ability. That defuse is undoubtedly going to go off, and that is going to... Ooh, and Clue swings around and takes Dingus out just for good measure right there at the end of the match. And that brings the score to a 1-5 score with the Cincinnati Lions leading. Right now, the Lions are going to be taking a timeout. And this will give them a minute to discuss, identify what went wrong, identify the changes to their tactics that are undoubtedly required after kind of the results on that B site. So now, whenever you take a timeout, it's also interesting to note when you want to take it, because that same 1 minute is available for the opponents to talk to their coach, to identify what it is that they need to fix. And so I'm kind of curious. I'm curious to see if we're going to see, identify any huge changes in strategies from either teams after, this discussion that's occurring right now. We are entering the 7th round. After the 11th round is when we will see a change of sides. So both teams still keeping their economy, their equipment, and their missions of either defending or attacking at this point in time. All right, we do see Raptor with a judge.
Time to jump.
All right, here we go. Pushing in.
I'll handle this.
Moving very quickly into the site.
I'm back.
With the judge. Does pop out of nowhere. Takes out Nashfort. Very aggressive play. Alpha Raptor taking out Lobos. Tokyo Sushi taking out Dingus and Cringe. It's currently 3v2 in favor of the Lions. I do like Tokyo Sushi's position, though, but let's get back to one of our Lions. We have Agar being cautious. The spike is down, so the Lions need to not only break through this and pick it up, they still need to plant it, but they've got plenty of time to do so. They've got a minute. They've got a minute. So
one enemy remaining.
Flash is going down. Agar goes down. Retro goes down. 2v1 situation. I'm not sure if Raptor knows where the enemy is. Tokyo pops out with a phenomenal shot on Alpha Raptor. And it's a 1v1, Dopey versus Tokyo. Oh, and Dopey goes down. Tokyo Sushi with an ace. You gotta give it to him. Took out the entire Lions team single-handedly that round. Bringing the score 5-2 in favor of the Cincinnati Lions. I really enjoyed watching Raptor with the judge. I kind of wish he would do that again, if for no other reason than purely my own entertainment. That was pretty cool play.
Time to hunt.
All right, we do have Cringe leading the push here onto the A set again. This is a play that we've seen a few times now. Trying to get... Oh no, Clue does sneak up behind him. Retro takes out Dingus. The spike is down, and there's been yet to be a single Minotaur taken out of this round. Oh my goodness. Agar running straight into Clue. Now, Dopey does have the spike, and Dopey has shown a great ability on faking out the opponents in order to get that spike planted. But here Dopey goes around this corner into the sights of Tokyo Sushi, the player that just received an ace on the last round. Please look right, Dopey. Look around this corner. Okay, does get notified from Tokyo Sushi's presence. Is continuing to fight this. Fires out the flash, but unfortunately, Nashfort does go down, and that spike is going to be out there in the open with 4 Minotaurs looking over it. I don't see a way for the Lions to really get through this. And the Minotaur do win that round, closing that substantial lead that the Lions had been able to secure earlier. Right now, Dingus has the spike. Very similar defense we're seeing every time, too. Very minor changes, if at all. 2-3 split, 3 primarily on the A site. Similar placement every single time. But we do see a difference in attack here. So the spike is going up towards the B site, with the majority of the players going far left on the map. So we'll see some contact here between Cringe, but oh, Cringe does go down by Lobos, but Alpha right there, able to make something happen.
Gunner.
Dingus getting a great flank there, but there is another player coming up onto this site. I'll see if Agar will be able to capture these Minotaur as they rotate in. But the site, or the spike has been planted, and so far, the Minotaur have only been able to defuse once. So we'll see if the Lions are able to keep the spike protected. See both teams kind of holding angles here.
They found my wire.
One enemy remaining.
Dingus taking down Retro in his 1v1 there. Dopey taking out Tokyo, and that is going to allow the spike to explode.
My smokes can block the enemy's line of sight.
Excellent.
Once
3 to
they're
6
blind,
in favor of the Cincinnati Lions. Dingus with the spike again. Seemingly prepared to do a similar play as the last round. Only one defender on the B site this time. I think the Minotaur expecting the Lions to push A.
Smokes down.
Alpha about to have an opportunity here. Does take out Nash for it. We do see the rest of the Minotaur funneling into the B site. Dingus does get the plant off. Raptor about to make contact with Blue. Wide swing does see Raptor go down. 4 Lions on the site protecting the spike. Only one enemy remaining. Lobos barely making it across that doorway in front of Dingus. And the Lions are going hunting. 2 of them swing out. Dopey goes down. Dingus gets the final trade. Attackers win. Cincinnati Lions 7-3.
I need a drop. Thanks.
All right, Cincinnati Lions mixing it up again. Bringing it back to the A site. Here we go.
Cutting through.
Contact going down towards the entrance here. 2 Lions already been eliminated.
Spike.
They see Raptor does take out Clue. Retro taking out Dingus on the left side of the A site. 2 players remaining. We do see Dopey with the spike running all the way around the A side where Raptor was, but Alpha Raptor does get taken down. Dopey in a firefight with Tokyo Sushi, a scary place to be. Tokyo Sushi definitely demonstrating their lethality round and round over. The Dopey, very mobile. Has plenty of time. 45 seconds is a good amount of time in one of these Valorant rounds. Now, there are 3 enemies, but they are relatively split up, and if able to, you know, find them in isolation, get the jump on any of them, may be able to make something happen. However,
30 seconds left.
Only 30 seconds left. The clock is counting down. I'm unsure if at this point Dopey will be able to get the plant and allow the spike to explode. So it may be one of those where we end up just taking the L, allow allow Dopey to maintain the equipment. I think this B side, though, if it is going to happen anywhere, it needs to happen here.
10 seconds left.
There's just not enough time. But Nashfort takes away that, makes that a moot point by knocking Dopey out. And closing the gap even more with a 4-7 score in favor of the Cincinnati Lions. So very, very good game. Very great play by both teams.
My ult's not ready.
Now we do see a little bit of a mix-up on defense here from the Minotaur. They're stacking 3 over on the B side, and they happen to be guessing, correctly in the sense that that is the direction the Lions are going.
Time to jump.
Now they're hearing all this noise, they're seeing all this utilities. Oh, rocket launcher goes off, gets the 1-for-1 trade with Nashfort and Cringe. Agar taking out Lobos. There is one more enemy player on the site, and Alpha's about to run straight into them. Visibility blocking does prevent that engagement from going down. Dingus about to run into Tokyo Sushi around the corner.
Launching smoke.
But the spike is down, and so these two Minotaur players are going to have to make a move at some point if they want to make something happen.
One enemy remaining.
Retro going down after firing on Agar, and Alpha taking out Tokyo Sushi brings the Cincinnati Lions to an 8-4 lead over the Triangle Minotaur. All right, so the sides did switch. So economies have been completely cleaned. As you can notice here, the portraits have also changed. Where the Cincinnati Lions were represented by red portraits, they are now teal, and the Triangle Minotaur are now red. So right now what you're looking at is the Cincinnati Lions are where the Minotaur were, and they are defending the A and B site as opposed to attacking. And this is how they will be for the duration of this match. So right now we do see a 2-3 split for the Cincinnati Lions on defense with 3 players covering down on the A site. We do see Cringe with a grenade ready to lob.
Grenade!
Goes right into that corridor, and we do see it stall, not really stall, but does delay the push from the Minotaur. I believe Dingus can be the first to make contact. Barely. Nashfort takes out Cringe. Dopey takes out Nashfort. Trades are slowly happening right now. Still 4v4. Clue is getting the plant off on the A site.
Spike planted.
Triggering the rotate for all the Lions players to make their way over. Dingus taking out Lobos. Clue getting lots of shots off towards Dingus. Agar going down. Oh my goodness, that kill feed. The Minotaur absolutely shredded the Lions there, right there at the end. Not the happiest way to start the defense. Right now, that is going to give the Minotaur a little bit of an economic advantage when it comes to this following round. You can see that a little bit with the guns that are being picked, right? You do see the Minotaur up top. They've got all the rifles and everything. And then, of course, the Cincinnati Lions down there on the bottom, everyone's rocking pistols and having to save up some cash. So if the Lions are able to win this round, it would be a huge deal. But right now, they are sitting a little bit at a disadvantage when it comes to the economy and the equipment available to them. Alpha Raptor undoubtedly going to get a fight here. Really blinded, teleports.
Spike planted.
Spike has been planted. Lions need to get in there. Cringe going down.
Last player standing. Team Ace.
Oh my goodness, Team Ace for the Triangle Minotaur, closing that lead that the Lions had to a 6-8 score. Now, Team Ace, for those of you that don't know, means that every individual in one team got 1 kill on the other team. So everyone pulled their weight in that match for the Minotaur, and each of them got a lion pelt as a trophy. But that was just one round. That was the round that we knew would be at a disadvantage. And this round, we will see what the Lions can make happen on defense. We do see another push likely coming towards the A site. The spike is carried by one of those 3 that are stacked up in that corridor. And we start seeing utility being utilized now, and here comes the push onto the A site, slowly but surely. But portal's being used. Triangle Minotaur doing a little bit of shenanigans, getting some movement towards the B site. You can see the Lions Gray being disciplined, not over rotating, which I have no doubt the Minotaur were hoping for as they're slow playing their way back to the A site. Now, the A site is down to only 2 players from the Lions. Make that 1 after Retro takes out Dopey. You do have Cringe. Cringe takes out 1. Oh, but does go down to Clue. Lions at a disadvantage. 3v4 at this time. And the spike has been planted. Are they going to be able to get a defuse off this round?
Stim beacon down.
Stim beacon going down for the Lions, which was going to give a little bit of longevity up there on that high ground. Slowly sweeping around. Hopefully we can get 2 around the corner at once. Dingus does know there's someone behind that box. Had the jump, but does not secure it. Lobos with the clutch. Great job by Lobos for the Triangle Minotaur. Does get 3 eliminations back to back to back right there at the end. This is all of a sudden becoming a very, very close game. 7-8 in favor of the Cincinnati Lions. And we have a second timeout being used by the Lions. Now, this timeout, I definitely hope to see something a little bit better. If we look here, right, and the matches that were won and lost, the Lions had 5-0, right, wins. And what I'm looking at here is in the middle. You can see these little check marks, right, and pliers showing who won when. And so the Cincinnati Lions, represented by the teal down there, right now they had 5 in a row. And then that was split up by 3 back from the Triangle Minotaur, and then 2, and then 1, and then 1. And that was all okay. But the longest streak that the Minotaur have had is 3, and I have no doubt that the Lions want to keep it that way. We do not want to see another win adding to the momentum of the Minotaur, giving them that additional economic advantage. The Lions need to come back, and they need to win now. And so this timeout timing by their coach is, I think, definitely necessary. And so 5 seconds left. That'll count down, and I'm going to get a sip of something to drink.
There. There.
Delicious. But not as delicious as victory, and that is what we're shooting for here in Cincinnati. We do have Cringe with his grenade at the ready, but no one is in that corridor this time. So unlikely to be as effective as it has been in the past. Agar coming into contact right off the bat. Whoa. I'm not even sure where Alpha Raptor is, but Alpha Raptor got that kill. Agar trying to spray through that smoke, being unsuccessful. Oh, does go down to Clue. Cringe about to come in contact with 2 players. Lobos again. Lobos on fire right now. Dingus, a little bit of an unsupported position here. Him and Dopey very separated.
Last player standing.
And Dingus does go down to Nash for it. Tokyo Sushi's going to be able to get this plant off, and Dopey is going to have a tough time trying to prevent this. A 3v1 on site in which Dopey has to come into established angles and defuse a bomb that the entire team knows where it's at, can hear it counting down, can hear if someone is getting a defuse off. It seems like a tough task. All right, Dopey thinking about what to do. Sends the Hawk out, tries to get the flash for anyone that may be watching this window. Unfortunately doesn't see Lobos, and Lobos knocking out the last player for the Cincinnati Lions, making this a tied up game, 8-8, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who can take it from here. Now that does make that the longest win streak during this match for the Triangle Minotaur. It would be wrong to say that they are not feeling in the zone, that they are not gathering their rhythm and gaining momentum. So I think from nothing less than a mental standpoint, the Cincinnati Lions definitely need to put a halt to this and show that they can defend. All right, it does seem like the Cincinnati Lions playing a little bit more back on the A side, playing the edge here. Cringe gonna sneak up, does take out Nashfort. Clue taking out Dingus. They're quickly going back to the A side, recognizing that they are going to be utilizing that avenue of approach up around the middle. Wonder if we're going to see a teleport here or utilizing one of these portals towards the B side. Doesn't seem to be the case as they are pushing onto site. Cringe taking out Lobos. Taking out Clue. Can he take out Retro? Throwing a grenade with hopes of doing so. Tokyo Sushi taking out Dopey.
One enemy remaining.
Cringe taking out Retro. Cringe being absolutely lethal. Going full John Wayne up in here. Agar takes out Tokyo Sushi, or Tokyo Sushi takes out Agar. Either way, Cincinnati Lions won that last match, halting that momentum that we were talking about earlier and giving them a 9-8 lead.
Cutting through.
Okay, Cringe about to go face to face with the brunt of the Minotaur team. Takes off some shots. Oh, can he get a good rocket off? He does! Gets 2 down, Lobos and Clue to that rocket launcher. Very few things I love more than a good rocket launcher in Valorant. I really do wish it was a main weapon that you could take. Alright, Dopey right beyond the wall of the opposite team in a position to ambush and surprise. Sends the Hawk out, but that team is already running in the opposite direction. We do see a little bit of splitting up going on from the Minotaur if you look at the map. And I believe that's Tokyo Sushi going around the right side, which is a scary thing. Tokyo Sushi, definitely a dangerous player on the Minotaurs. They're all dangerous, but Tokyo has definitely been proving, just like that he can sneak up on you and take you out. Now, we do have 2 additional Minotaurs going towards the B site. Three v 2 situation. 30 seconds remaining. It's likely the Minotaur waiting for Tokyo Sushi to group back up and make a unified push towards the B site, which is exactly what is happening right now. And it's up to Cringe, who's had some good plays to take out 3 players. Nashfort goes down. Oh, Tokyo Sushi making me not like sushi right now. Alpha flashes himself a little bit.
I'll handle this.
Oh, but can he make it happen? Can he make it happen?
Decoy.
Oh! I feel like that decoy gave him away a little bit. His point of origin gave Retro the opportunity to knock him out. All right, that does tie it back up to 9-9. You can even see in the player chat right there, they were kind of like, what? Why'd you do that? He was like, whoops, misclick. So that definitely was a misclick from our Lions player there at the end. But all good fun.
Grenade.
All right. Very similar dance to many of the rounds where the Lions have been on defense. We have the grenade, everyone kind of pulls back, they push back forward. It does appear that the Minotaur are looking for an A-side push again. Got Dingus looking long across the A site, waiting for Clue to pop out. Does see Clue.
It's you and me.
Now, the Lions have essentially abandoned the A site. And I'm curious to see how they're going to reapproach it. Because they basically just gave it to the Minotaur by running away like they did. Ooh, so close. Lobos does take out Cringe, though, and takes out Alpha. Dopey going down to Clue. Lobos taking out Dingus. Not looking good for the Lions right now. So we do have Agar, the GOAT, who's going to have to prove he's the GOAT, but that is a flawless victory for the Minotaur, and they secure the lead 10-9. I'm biting my nails. I'm on the edge of my seat. Dopey has reminded me several times that it is not one of the 7 dwarves, but that is okay. Nobody's perfect, except for Dopey from the 7 dwarves. Moving on, we do have the Hawk go out. Flashes absolutely nobody. No one's there, but Agar to go knows where everyone else is. They are all piling on him at his angle that he is defending. Now, we do have a little bit of split here. If Agar is able to push off these 2 players, they have kind of a long ways to go to regroup with the rest of their team, who is currently being held off by Dopey. And this is a really good defense in the sense that Dopey and Agar are really buying some ample time, more lines to get there. So, unfortunately, Agar does go down, but both Dingus and Cringe have shown up on site now to reinforce. Cringe's bot does get knocked out very quickly. Grenade goes off. Ooh. Takes those. 16 health. Nothing but a stiff breeze between him and early death. Retro, being that stiff breeze, takes him out. We do have Dingus watching this angle where the deadly Tokyo Sushi is. But so far, 3v3, not a terrible spot to be. Except for when the Minotaur teleport over to the A site and start dropping where none of you are. So now the Lions having a frantic rotate to the A site, hopefully able to make something happen. Tokyo does go down to Dopey on the B side. And there's still hope here for the Lions. This is still definitely something that they can work with. They have plenty of time. It is counting down, but it's really going to be who's the fastest draw.
Out of charges.
One enemy remaining.
Retro takes out Dingus. Raptor takes out Nashfort. Grenade goes out. Dopey going for the defuse. Just real briefly. 2v1 situation here. And Raptor does take out Retro.
Clutch.
But the bomb went off. So Alpha was able to run away. But that is another win for the Minotaur, unfortunately. And the reason why you needed to run away was that Spike was going to make a huge explosion, and there's no need to lose all your equipment in that case. But wow, I wasn't paying enough attention to the Spike. I thought we had it, and we had time to defuse. Luckily, the Lions player did have the awareness to realize, hey, it's time to bug out. We took too long. So, unfortunately, down by 2. Score is 11-9 in favor of the Triangle Minotaur. But we've seen crazier things happen before, and this has been an absolutely tight game. We're seeing right now this assault go through the building, and that grenade combined with some shots through the boxes take out Agar. Oh no! Oops, I was looking at the wrong players. Cringe Loser taking out Retro and Clue. Alpha on the scene now does go down to Nashfort. The trades are happening left and right. We got 2v2. We've got Dopey shooting where Dingus had already taken care of the player. And right now we do have the Spike down, right? So these 2 players for the Lions just have to watch this angle. And that's it. There's nowhere else Tokyo Sushi can go. But I must say, if there is a player that I have seen on the kill feed drive me nuts, it's Tokyo Sushi. And he is slowly about to peek around this corner. Smoke has gone down. That's going to buy us a little bit more time for the Lions. But I'm sure the anticipation is just getting to Dopey and Dingus as they watch over this Spike.
30 seconds left.
It's exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. 22 seconds of staring at this wall, and the Lions will have another round win. Oh no, Tokyo, what are you doing? Stop shooting! Okay, so Dopey throwing the ever-loved Hawk. Tokyo needs to get this plant. He does get the plant and gets the kill. Oh my goodness! Oh! I know that the Triangle players are just screaming right now with love for Tokyo Sushi, but I'm not. Right now, this is match point. If the Triangle Minotaur win one more round, they will take home the W for the first Platinum League match in the winter split for XP League Valorant. And
This is a nice.
I'm not going to lie. When I was watching the first 5 rounds of this is not how I thought this match would go. But there is still time. There have been crazier comebacks. Let's hype up our Lions squad and watch how they expertly win this match. Here comes the smoke. Oh, please just start shooting. Gah! Sometimes I really wish we could see those silhouettes as players. But they couldn't.
Ready.
Oh man, the Minotaur absolutely swarming the A site right now, playing absolutely aggressive. No need not to. Agar taking out Clue. Currently a 4v4 situation, 4v3. The Lions don't have time to spare. Enemies are revealed. Oh, but the shots are going wide. Dopey does take out Lobos. Can they take out Retro, or at least get this defuse off halfway? Defuser does go down, but it is half defused. If Dopey can get this kill, no, in a rocket. Come on, come on, Dopey. Running out of time. Make it happen. Okay, now get the spike, get the spike, get the spike. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Is there enough time? Is it too soon? Oh no!
Attackers win.
Oh, what a dramatic ending. Oh my gosh. Phenomenal game by both teams. Couldn't be more proud of the Lions in their first match in the Platinum tier. And also for the Triangle Minotaur, who have shown us that Platinum is not somewhere to just goof around. You have to show up. You have to perform. Look at these numbers that are being put up by all players. Everyone is absolutely playing their heart out and doing a really, really phenomenal job. And so what will happen now is there will be this will update, this whole schedule, right? And the Cincinnati Lions Gray will be 0-1 so far for the winter split. The Triangle Minotaur will be 1-0, having a first place there for at least the next 24 hours. And then tomorrow, all the other 3 matches are going to happen. It's going to be very exciting. And so please tune in tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern Time for some awesome Apex action. Cincinnati is a very heavy Apex family. Most of our players that play in the other teams also like to play Apex together kind of recreationally. It's a big deal for us. So please come and support. And then later in the afternoon, we will also have Overwatch, and we will have our Cincinnati Lions Black play their first Platinum match in Valorant against the Madison team. And so very, very exciting stuff. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you have enjoyed this, or if you'd like to support the Lions, please don't forget to follow the page. And if you have Amazon Prime, please feel free to throw out a Prime subscription, as all subscription monies go towards our players who are going to need assistance with getting to the North American Finals next summer. We still don't know where it's at, but we're still building up a fund anyway, so that they can get there, because we know we'll be there. Anyway, everyone have a phenomenal